Welcome back to Where's Wiseman? Matt and Emily here. A little bit of a different camping trip this time.
Yeah, we are tent camping on the shores of Lake Shasta in Northern California. We are down here in California for our annual houseboating trip that we go on with a bunch of good friends, and typically we drive down the day before. It's a really long drive from Seattle and camp and then meet up with everybody the next day at the marina. We usually tent camp. We don't usually show it in a video, but we figured this year we would show it. And if you can't tell, it's really windy.
This trip is a favorite of ours and always starts out with an 11-hour drive from Seattle, Washington to Northern California. Coming a day early actually works out really well as we can get to the marina early and get our boat check-in and walkthrough completed before our group arrives from Central California. Our first night of this trip is never the same year to year, and we love changing it up. However, this year we're in for a little of everything.
Well, this is a lot different camping.
Yeah. It's like we got the surface of Mars to ourselves tonight.
Welcome to Shasta Lake, everybody. Too bad there's a burn ban.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, that looks like kind of the softest area for a tent.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's already picked all the rocks. All right. Kind of exciting. We're obviously doing a completely different type of camping than we ever do. Taking the family sedan out into some dispersed camping. But we're setting the Slumberjack up without a vehicle or trees or anything. We're gonna see how it does. I don't know, something new. Excited.
If you couldn't already guess by how windy it is, setting the Slumberjack up did not go well. We typically don't set this up if it's super windy, and after a while, we just said screw it. Ultimately, we didn't need protection from the sun for very long anyway. Since we only stay for one night on this trip, we bring very minimal camping gear. A tent, 2 chairs, sleeping pads, sleeping bags, a tiny pump, a light, and a cooler bag was all we brought. After such a long drive day, we usually don't want to mess with an elaborate camping setup or cooking. If you're wondering why we don't bring the teardrop on this trip, it's primarily because it would just sit in a parking lot unattended for 3 days while we're on the houseboat.
Oh my gosh. Oh. It'll be a little sandy tonight. All right, let's get the beds inflated. Yes.
This is going to be an interesting night.
Yeah, this is going to be one for the ages, I can already tell. So yeah, we got our flex tail pump. We're going to use that to inflate our air mattresses here. Look at all those attachments. This thing is so fast. This is the tiny pump 2. They now have a 3. I don't know what it does, but it's got to be killer.
A few years ago when we were here, the water level of the lake was so low it exposed an old train tunnel on the hillside just across from where we're camping. It was low enough that we were able to take a boat through it. Talk about a cool experience.
Well, this is a first with the threat of rain. Usually we're just sweating our asses off.
Yeah, it's cooled down a bit in the last few minutes. Am getting a little bit of service. Radar's not looking good.
How waterproof is that tent?
Does your tent flex like that? Man, I'm impressed it's still up, but we're gonna get crushed.
We're just sitting here talking about what do we do if it really starts to dump on us. Because if you watch our videos, you know we camp in the rain all the time. We don't care about that. But we also have a very good shelter setup and a hard-sided camper that we can go into while it's raining if we need to. We have a tent and we tried to set the Slumberjack up. It was way too windy. It just was a mess. So if it rains, we might be getting wet in a tent. Do we want to do that? How dry might we stay in this tent? We don't know. So I guess we'll see if we actually end up staying here all night. If the storm passes us, it'll be fine. But if it doesn't, it might be scrambling in the rain. We just saw some lightning. And it looks like it's glowing directly at us. And we wonder why there's nobody else camped out here. We are literally the only people out here. I guess they knew something that we didn't.
Yeah, it's dark as hell. I have sunglasses on so I don't get sand in my eyes with these 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And just saw the tent flat on the ground for the first time while it was still set up, so that was pretty cool. Oh man.
Since we're already at the lake, we head to the marina early to get the group checked in and do the boat walkthrough with the staff.
That way, as soon as our group arrives, we can load up and ship out. This also gives us a moment to brush up on our boating procedures with the amazing Jones Valley crew without all the cargo chaos.
We'll let go, it's going to be flashing, and it's start ready. Once it starts, you're going to pull it back to that light, that knob. It's going to go solid red, and now we're ready for go gear. Forward, neutral, and reverse.
Okay, it is the next morning. I think we left you off with packing up camp real fast and driving in the rain.
Yeah.
Spoiler, we stayed at a hotel.
Yeah, don't get us wrong, we love camping in the rain, but the one-nighter before houseboating is just like, let's set up, let's chill, get ready for tomorrow. So we don't have our gear with us. Obviously, our teardrop isn't with us.
Yeah, we don't tent camp in the rain, we'll just say that.
Yeah.
Any other time, we're fine camping in the rain.
Yeah, but it got gnarly. The raindrops were as big as baseballs. Came out of nowhere. And the lightning, we were completely exposed. So we wanted to be able to make it to this trip today. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, we are at Jones Valley Resort, the marina here. You can see all of the houseboats behind us. We're all checked in, captain, co-captain, waiting for our friends to join us. And then we'll have a few days of fun on Lake Shasta. We've done a couple of videos showing different things, different parts of this trip. I think one of them is just a dedicated houseboat tour. The other one shows a little bit more of the fun that we get up to. This might be a little bit of a hybrid of those. I'm not sure how much footage we're gonna show, again, respecting the privacy of our friends that we're here with, but I will add a tour of this houseboat. If you've never seen a houseboat, never been on a houseboat, think this might be something fun to do, which it is, I highly recommend. We'll put some clips here of a tour so you can get the lay of the land of the boat and give you all the details on that if you're curious.
Here's a general overview of the houseboat. If you have any specific questions, leave them in the comments below. This is the main living space on the boat, which has a handful of different seating options. You can fit a lot of people around this table, which also folds down into a bed. The kitchen is a good size, and basic appliances, plates, cups, silverware, and so on are provided. The ladder leads up to 2 loft rooms, which I'll show later, and the couch also pulls out into a bed. There are 2 bathrooms on the boat. The larger one has a shower. There are 2 staterooms, and the one in the back of the boat is slightly larger with storage underneath the mattress. There are 2 bunk beds at the back of the boat, and the bottom bunk pulls out to sleep 2. There's also a pocket door you can close off for privacy. The railing at the back of the boat opens up, and there are gates on either side as well. There are stairs at both the back and front of the boat leading up to the top deck. On the top deck, there is a lot of great space. On the back, there's a second kitchen with a sink, fridge, and grill. You can access the 2 loft rooms from the top deck as well as the ladder from the first floor. And if you want to sleep under the stars, an air mattress on top of here works great. There's another set of stairs at the front of the boat, along with more seating. Making our way down the front of the boat, there are 2 built-in ice chests under the seats. Here's another view of the loft rooms, and the hatch does close for more privacy. The marina staff will drive the boat in and out of the marina, but once we're on open water, it's all Captain Matt.
Being California's largest reservoir and 3rd largest body of water with 365 miles of shoreline, there is no shortage of places to ram your boat ashore. We do have a favorite that we dubbed the Creepy Cove. However, the lake is just a few feet too low this year. Once we found the perfect cove, we ran the houseboat aground and staked it off. With some storms expected this evening, we're going to double stake each side. Because the water levels drop every day, sometimes up to a foot, you'll want to back the boat off ashore each day, then run aground again and restake. Our days on the lake are pretty simple. Breakfast, Bloody Marys and mimosas, floaties, maybe an afternoon wake surf, and relaxation. If you ever need a life reset, this is the trip for just that. Great people, great vibes, and no cell service.
Thank you so much for coming along with us on this trip to California. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll link our other houseboating videos at the end and in the description down below. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future camping and travel adventures.